Today I'm going to go through the tuck handstand drills you can do on the box. Now these can be for advanced or they can be for beginners. They go hand in hand with the drills against the wall. So if you haven't seen the wall ones, I'll link those at the end. But first of all, let's just jump in on the box drills. We can use the box to help us with mobility, with conditioning and strength of the position. And then we can add in the balance skills on top of that as well. So first of all, we just want to play around again on and off the box and getting into position, and then video yourself from the side to see what it looks like. So climbing on with one foot first and one knee first into this position. Have the hands further away from the box. Flex your knees so your heels come towards your butt, and then walk in as close as you feel comfortable with. And normally this is going to happen. Our shoulders are going to be further away from the box. So what we want to work on from here is just the mobility side. I'm going to push the shoulders in towards the box. Now I can also make that a little bit harder by walking the knees closer to the edge of the box and then do the same thing. So I could do repetitions here, or I could hold for time. And then make sure you can exit out the same way. Now if you're newer to these drills or not so comfortable on your hands, you could position the box so that you have a wall here. So if a wall was here, then you can work in this gap. It's a little bit fiddly to get in and out, but you'll feel a little bit more comfortable having the knowledge that you're not going to backsplat. You could also have a spotter here as well to just to give you that confidence, and especially when you go to some of the balance drills. Now another way of making it slightly easier is to raise the box in some way. So you could put mats on the top or yoga blocks. So now when you get into the position, it's not so demanding from a flexibility point of view. I can come much closer in, and that's easier. I'm just not so deep in the tuck. But I think the main goal with positioning flexibility here is to get the shoulders underneath the hands. So we have the hands, the shoulders, and then the hips will either be stacked on top again or they'll be slightly over. We don't want them the other way, so we don't want to be leaning back towards the box. Then we can start exploring the transitions. So the transitions is mainly talking about a straight handstand coming down to tuck, or going from the tuck handstand back to the straight. It's slightly easier to start with on the box, especially to work on single leg variations. Same thing if you need the wall there, or if you need a spotter there to grab hold of your ankle, or just be there and stop you feeling like you're going to backsplat. So same deal, get into that same position. So try and get the best possible tuck position, mobility wise, that you have, everything nicely stacked. And then all we're going to do is stake one leg up in the air. Now a lot of people will do this. They'll take the leg over there. See if you can get it on top at least. Then come back down, swap legs. Now if you have lots of control here, you could do exactly the same thing. Go up to handstand or have someone spot you. And then back down again. All while trying to maintain that open shoulder position. Then we can do the harder variation where we go with both legs at the same time. And this will obviously be much easier if you have a controlled freestanding handstand. If you don't use the wall, if you don't use a spotter, so nice tight position, look down towards the floor for balance here. This is going to be easier flexibility wise, but that's going to be easier balance wise. See if you can push up to handstand, show control, come back down, touch, go again. Now obviously you could go to a higher target if you don't have control there or the flexibility to go that low. Now one of the beauties of these boxes is they have 3 different heights. So if I swap it over to the lower height, now obviously most people aren't going to be able to tuck to this depth, but what it does is it starts to work the tuck press to handstand. So it starts to bring the hip down lower. So this is where it definitely gets a little bit more strengthy unless you're super flexible. So again, same thing, heels towards the butt, walk in. There's going to be a little bit of a tuck plunge thing happening now, so my shoulders are going to go slightly forwards of my hands, and then from there I can push up. Try and open, well, make sure everything's nice and tall in the handstand, come back down. And then obviously we can just keep going lower and lower, which is just going to make it more and more strength. Make sure you check out these other videos where we use the wall to help us with the tuck handstand, both in balance and flexibility. And let me know down in the comments if you have any questions. I'll speak to you next time. Thanks, guys.